Readers, welcome to reading class with me, Miss Taylor. I'm glad you're here. All right, so let's get started. Are we ready to read? Moving myself around here. Do we have our textbook? Do we have a bookmark or a finger to follow along and track? Do we have our workbook? Check. Pencil. We're going to remember to track with our finger, to read each word carefully, and pay attention to end marks. And we're going to read with accuracy and expression today. We are going to understand what's happening in the story, and we're going to make connections to how characters are feeling. And of course, we're going to try to enjoy the story. And we have a new story today, so that's kind of exciting. So let's see. We know that reading is thinking. Our brains are always working and thinking and making connections and making pictures in our minds and kind of thinking ahead to what's happening. We're predicting. We're figuring things out. We're inferring. We're synthesizing. We're bringing all our new ideas together and we're generating some new ideas and new thinking. So we are always thinking when we are reading. Let's see. We have a couple of new vocabulary sentences today. So let's see. Miss Taylor keeps having to scoot herself out of the picture here. Oh, there we go. Make myself a little smaller. So our first sentence that we have today is the applause interrupted his speech. So when people clap, they applaud. Their clapping is called applause. Sometimes when I'm teaching, all of a sudden the students just start clapping. And I say, thank you, students, for your applause. Does that happen to you? Sometimes you just start talking and people are like, and they clap for you. They give you applause. All right. Let's see. This sentence says that their applause interrupted something. Interrupt means to kind of break into. So if the applause interrupted the speech, the applause kind of broke into the speech, and then maybe the person had to stop speaking because they were interrupted. All right. So the applause interrupted his speech. Everyone, what word means the clapping? Yeah, applause. What word means broke into? Interrupted, you're right. Nice job. So the applause interrupted his speech. The next sentence we have is, she selected a comfortable seat. Selected means chose. So if she selected a seat, she chose a seat. And it says she selected a comfortable seat. Things that are very comfortable are very pleasant. Pleasant and nice and cozy. It's comfortable. So she selected a comfortable seat. What word means chose? Yeah, selected. What word means something that feels pleasant and nice? Comfortable. Nice job. Alrighty, so we are going to read lesson 53 today, but before we do lesson 53, we need to look quickly at lesson 52 because we have some words there on lesson 52 that have to do with our new story. So we're not going to read all of lesson 52, but we are going to read the vocabulary words and the beginning part of lesson 52, so like part A. So would you please join me on page 256. So in your textbook, we are going to look at page 256. There it is. And this is lesson 52. And we're only going to read the word list and this first part. Oh, actually, it's part B, facts about Japan, because our next story has to do with Japan. We're not going to read the part C because that has to do with the end of the story that we skipped. So if you have been reading that story about the inventor, about Leonard, he invents an electric eye, you could definitely read that part on your own. But we are going to read the word list. So please join me on page 256. So we have, let's see, we have number 1 is solar system. The solar system is the group of planets and moons that move around the sun. Word 2 is Jupiter. What word? Yeah, nice job. Word 3 is Uranus. What word? Word 4 is dwarf. What word? Yeah. If something is a dwarf, it's very small. A dwarf maple tree is one that never gets very big. So everyone, what's another word for something that's very small? Yeah, dwarf. So we will learn about a dwarf planet. Yeah, Pluto, that's right. All right. Word 5 is report. What word? And word 6 is parents. What word? Nice job. Let's try the fast way. Solar system, Jupiter, Uranus, dwarf, report, parents. Nice job. All right, and let's see, column 2. Column 2, let's do this one. We're going to do this one kind of the fast way for column 2. Key, headline, fancy, student, appear, young. Nice job. And column 3, word 1 is suppose. What word? Word 2 is Wendy. What word? Person's name. Word 3 is chosen. What word? Word 4 is booklet. What word? Word 5 is gray-haired. What word? Word 6 is planet. What word? Nice job. And column 4, and these are some places. Column 4. Word 1 is Pacific Ocean. What words? Word 2 is San Francisco. What words? Word 3 is million. What word? Word 4 is Mercury. What word? Word 5 is Neptune. What word? And word 6 is Pluto. What word? Nice job. All right. So we are going to read the first part of lesson 52, Facts About Japan. All right. So we have, like I said, we have a new story for lesson 53. So this is going to give us some background information, some background knowledge about where our story takes place. So we're going to learn a little bit about Japan. Facts about Japan. In a few lessons, you're going to read a story that takes place in Japan. Here are some facts about Japan. Japan is a country that is west of the United States. So everyone, in which direction would you go to get from the United States to Japan? Yeah, you would go west. The United States is on one side of the Pacific Ocean and Japan is on the other side of the Pacific Ocean. The map shows that if you flew west from San Francisco, you would cross the Pacific Ocean and reach Japan. So everyone, touch San Francisco on the map. That's a city in the United States, and it is in California. So here's California coming on the coast here. So San Francisco, right? I think it's right there by the tip of the this little flight pattern there. And keep touching San Francisco with one hand. Follow the arrow from San Francisco to Japan with the other hand. So you can follow the arrow from San Francisco all the way to Japan. Which direction did you go? West. Nice job. Which ocean did you cross? The Pacific Ocean. And what country did you reach? Japan. Japan is the name of a country. And you can see that Japan is this island country. Japan is actually made of 4 large islands and a whole bunch of teeny tiny islands too. There's a special word for that. It's called an archipelago. But Japan is made up of these 4 islands. All right. Japan is much smaller than the state of Alaska. And the story that we read about Umu and Ulak took place in Alaska. And Alaska is up here on our map. There's Alaska. It's really big. And then there's Japan. This set of islands right here is Japan. All right. About 127 million people live in Japan. Wow, that's a lot of people for such a small country. It's very populated and crowded in Japan. 127 million people. Japan manufactures many products that are used in the United States and Canada. Some of Japan's more famous products are automobiles, TVs, and CD players. Cool. So we are going to read a story about Japan next. So this gives us a little bit of information about Japan. All right. So let's see, we are going to go right to our next lesson. So we're sort of skipping ahead a little bit here. Now we're going to go to lesson 53. So like I said, we're skipping over, we're not doing the whole part of 52 because part of that is the end of the story about Leonard and the electric eye. So if you were reading that, you could definitely go back and finish that. But we are going to start with, so let's review our vocabulary sentence that we learned a little while ago. It was, she selected a comfortable seat. And there she is. The little grandma selected a very comfortable seat. So she chose a cozy seat. She selected a comfortable seat. Well, we have another new vocabulary sentence, and that sentence is, without gravity, they were weightless. Without gravity, they were weightless. So the sentence talks about gravity. Gravity is the force that pulls things to Earth. When you throw a ball in the air, gravity pulls it back. If there was no gravity, the ball you threw would just continue on forever. So gravity pulls things towards the Earth. It's kind of like the Earth is like a magnet, and everything gets pulled toward the Earth. That's why we're not floating around. We're just walking on the Earth because there's gravity. The sentence says that they were weightless. If they were weightless, they would just float in space. There would be no gravity to pull them down. That would be fun, wouldn't it? To be weightless, to be just kind of floating around. That would be fun. All right. So we have some word lists here, and we're just going to go over these really quickly because we already did a whole set of words. So for this one, Miss Taylor is just going to read them to you. So would you please follow with me? All right. Word 1 is comfortable. Word 2 is dwarf planet. Word 3 is solar system. Word 4 is cover. Word 5 is score. Word 6 is spaceship. All right, column 2. Word 1 is concluded. Concluded. Oh, my cat is meowing. Bob, come here. Concluded. If something concluded, it means it finished. It ended. Word 2 is selected. Word 3 is lettered. Word 4 is guest. All right, and column 3, we have the names of some planets for column 3. Word 1 is Mars. Word 2 is Pluto. Word 3 is Jupiter. Word 4 is Saturn. Word 5 is Mercury. Word 6 is Neptune. Word 7 is Venus. And word 8 is Uranus. All right. In column 4, word 1 is final. Word 2 is magnetic. Word 3 is nervous. Word 4 is section. Word 5 is 25. And word 6 is written. All right. Nice job, students. So let's go ahead and now we're going to look at lesson 53, part B, facts about the solar system. So would you please look in your book? Look with me. I am now on lesson 53 and we are on page 262. And we are going to learn some facts about the solar system. All right, so please get your finger ready or a bookmark. Facts about the solar system. The story that you will read tells about going to different parts of the solar system. Here are facts about the solar system. The solar system is made up of the sun and 9 planets. The solar system is made up of the sun and 9 planets. And today we actually say that there are 8 planets, and then Pluto, this one at the very back here, this one at the end, is actually, today we call this a dwarf planet. Because it's not quite, doesn't have all the characteristics of the other planets, but most of those planets have moons. Earth, the planet that we live on, is one of the 9 planets of the solar system. The sun is in the middle of the solar system. So what's in the middle of the solar system? Yeah, the sun. Hi, kitty. Bob is talking to us. The sun is the only part of the solar system that is burning. The sun gives heat and light to all the planets of the solar system. So the sun gives us heat and light. So our Earth gets heat and light from the sun. Picture 1 shows the sun and the 9 planets. The arrows show that the planets move around the sun. The planet with the dotted arrow is our Earth. So here is our Earth. The dotted lines there. All right. Here are the names of the planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. All right. So you should practice saying those names, starting with Mercury. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Nice job. Mercury is closest to the sun. Pluto is farthest from the sun. Pluto is different from the other planets. It is called a dwarf planet because of its size. So it's very small. It's known as a dwarf planet. Picture 2. Let's see, there's picture 2. Picture 2 shows that the sun is much larger than any planet. The sun is 100 times larger than Earth. Wow, 100 times larger. The picture shows the sun. It's the large circle behind all the planets. Oh my goodness. Students, I need to pause the video. Bob is being so noisy. All right. I had to go pet Bob. Okay. So in this picture, we can see that the sun is much larger than any planet. The sun is 100 times larger than the Earth. Wow. But Earth is not the largest planet. The largest planet is Jupiter. Which planet is next largest? So Jupiter is the biggest. Which one is the next biggest? Yeah, Saturn. Nice job. All right. So let's take a look at part C in our books. Part C is about an important test. An important test. All right. So let's see. I think I am going to pause the video now. And let's see. So second graders, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and make one more short video of part C, because already We have been going for about 20 minutes and I think we need a break. So you can go ahead and watch this part of the video and you can take a little break and meet me back here.